You clicked for Aya Wilson and Caitlin Clark, you're in the right place. A contract leak tied to Clark outside the WNBA is raising a brutal question. How can a rookie's off-court deals dwarf what a two-time MVP earns on-court? Today we break down the rumored endorsement numbers people are whispering about and stack them against the WNBA pay structure.
Yeah, Rex, I was actually also in the room of the Women's Leadership Summit earlier today when Caitlin was speaking alongside Kathy Ireland and Annika Sorenstam. There's just a lot of joy in that room.
Well, first of all, we're thankful that she's here. I think she's been kind of the one, and when you talk about women's sports, she's kind of, other than Nellie, it's been Caitlin, and what she has done is amazing. And
this isn't about jealousy, it's about valuation. Stay with me as we chart the exact gap, why it exists, and the realistic levers the league can pull so stars like Aya get compensated like the legends they are. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Hey, I don't want to hit anyone with a golf ball. That is my #1 priority.
One number leaked and the whole room went quiet. Not a WNBA figure, not a team bonus, an off-court number tied to Caitlin Clark and a partner outside basketball. That's why people are heated. A rookie can tap a stream that doesn't care about league caps, while a two-time MVP works inside a tight grid. Same country, different rulebook. Think of the leak as a flare. It didn't reveal anything about minutes or box scores. It showed where brand money lives and how it moves. Endorsements, especially from non-basketball spaces, sit on their own timeline. A company sees attention and writes a check. No collective bargaining meeting. No salary band. No luxury tax. Just a calculation of reach, relevance, and how fast a name can punch into new audiences. Now add the LPGA angle. Golf sponsor world is a machine. It pulls in banks, insurance, telecom, luxury retail, auto, even heavy equipment. Many deals are built around pro AMS, hospitality, and year-round activation. Fewer roster spots, more corporate touchpoints, higher per athlete spend. When a crossover star pops, golf-adjacent brands don't ask if she plays on the tour. They ask if she can move product to the people who show up for golf broadcasts and brand weekends. If the answer is yes, the bag appears. This is a familiar pattern across sports. When a transcendent rookie explodes, endorsements jump first.
Wanting to get a glimpse as well, everybody just truly the excitement. I mean, Karen talked about it, all the people that have flown down here. I mean, the first tee was crowded at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Salary structures lag. That's true in leagues with caps, with soft caps, even in federations. The infrastructure that pays wages moves on seasons and bargaining cycles. The market that buys attention moves on weeks and headlines. If you followed soccer or tennis, you've seen it. A hot major run or a global cup boost, and the commercials roll long before contracts catch up. Inside the WNBA, the numbers are clear. Even at the top, a designated supermax sits in a narrow band. You can add league awards, small bonuses, and team incentives, but the ceiling stays low. Meanwhile, one national deal can clear more in 12 months than that entire salary slot. That's not a knock on the league. It's a reflection of how media rights and revenue sharing evolved under the current CBA and how long it takes to move those levers. So why Clark, and why now? Visibility. Her games spike broadcast windows. Her clips travel instantly. Her social metrics convert at a speed sponsors track and dashboards. A brand weighs CPMs, engagement, earned media, and the likelihood of cross-sport bleed. If she can carry eyeballs from basketball to a golf weekend or a lifestyle drop, that's value the league can't match on a paycheck this season.
People can't, it is, you said it earlier, the Caitlin Clark effect.
Yeah.
It's not that the WNBA doesn't value stars. It's that the spreadsheet for a sponsor doesn't use the same math. Here's the mini payoff. The leak isn't Clark versus Wilson. It's market velocity versus league structure. One can flip on overnight. The other needs signatures, ratified votes, and new broadcast deals. That gap produces weird optics. A rookie attached to a golf-aligned partner looks like she's out-earning a champion inside her own sport. What you're seeing is two different economies touching the same athlete. So what was the number? The chatter put it in the mid to high seven figures for a multi-year alignment tied to LPGA adjacent activation, with a first-year value rumored in the $1.50 to $2.50 million range. Stack that next to a WNBA Supermax that lands well below $1 million annually, and the scale becomes obvious. One sponsorship checks in above an entire season's league pay for a top-tier veteran.
And I feel like Caitlin Clark has to toughen up, and she has to look at herself in the mirror and realize this is your brand. This is something that you build, and only you can fix it. And I think this is a way for Caitlin Clark to kind of fix her damaged brand. And it was a spectacle to see, man. They broadcast it live on TV. They got big-time ratings.
If the leak shows the gap, the breakdown shows how deep it runs. Let's put the dollars side by side and trace why the math keeps tilting the same way. Side by side, the money looks tilted. You've got one lane capped by a rulebook and another lane wide open with brands sprinting to the front of the line. The math keeps snapping the same way because the systems aren't built to move at the same speed. Here's the clean stack. IAS WNBA number sits in that top band the league allows for superstars. Add in league awards, small performance bonuses, and team incentives, and you're still inside a narrow corridor. Off-season, veterans can layer income with endorsements and select appearances. Overseas opportunities exist but depend on schedule, risk, and national team commitments. Now put that against the rumored LPGA-aligned deal for Clark that lands in the low seven figures in year one and scales higher across the term. One external contract can beat a full WNBA season for a top player, all by itself. That's where the strain shows. Wilson's the two-time MVP and a champion, but the league ceiling holds firm. The endorsement ceiling does not. A brand can decide on Tuesday, wire money on Friday, and roll out assets next week. The WNBA can't jump like that because its pay runs through a salary cap, roster slots, and a collective deal every player lives under. Let's unpack the architecture. The league sets a team cap that keeps payrolls contained. Within that, a Supermax slot pays the top tier, but it's still a fixed figure, not an open bid. New money for players flows from a share of basketball-related income. When BRI rises, media rights, tickets, sponsorships, salaries can ratchet up, but only after the cycle resets. That protects competitive balance.
Well, it's quite amazing for a Wednesday. I mean, there's so many media here from all different sort of media aspects, local news, players hanging around, waiting to see her as well. Just in general, there's a really great sort of excitement to the fact that Caitlin's been here.
It also slows how fast star pay climbs. Real comps make it clear. Top WNBA names can bring in respectable endorsement checks from footwear, beverage, telecom, and health brands, often in the mid to high six figures per year when stacked across partners. Breakout rookies who hit national attention can leap straight to seven figures from a single deal, especially when their audience crosses into another sport or lifestyle vertical. That's the viral tax sponsors are happy to pay. On IAS words, keep the noise down. She's been consistent about respect and value being bigger than a single check. The conversation she pushes is about the system, getting credit for what stars grow, and making sure the league's structure recognizes it. That's not a swipe at a rookie. It's a look at how the pie gets sliced. Sponsors run a different math. They track reach, frequency, conversion, and cultural heat. A rookie who pulls record windows and drives non-stop posts can unlock multi-sport activations right away. The league needs a vote. The brand needs a green light. We've seen this movie. The USWNT Road World Cup surges into massive commercial deals that outpaced their federation pay and helped force new terms. In tennis, a major breakthrough for a young champion can trigger sponsorship waves that land well ahead of prize money growth and push tournaments and tours into bigger guarantees. Here's the mini payoff. On ratio, a WNBA Supermax sits far below that rumored LPGA-aligned first-year check, a single sponsorship landing at or above the full season for a league MVP. IAS stance frames it as valuation and structure, raise the base, modernize the split, and reward the stars who build the audience. A rookie can out-earn a MVP in endorsements because the market pays attention in real time, while the league pays through negotiated timelines. Knowing the gap is one thing. Fixing it means pulling actual levers next: media rights, revenue shares, and star mechanisms that pay when the spotlight hits. The leak didn't make the gap. It showed how fast brands price attention while a capped system moves on schedules and votes. That's the story here. External money reacts in days. League pay catches up in cycles. So push the levers that change outcomes. Smarter media rights with clear escalators. Real revenue sharing tied to growth. Star participation bonuses that pay when viewership spikes, not months later. Those tools turn moments into money for the players who build the audience. If the numbers shifted how you see it, share this. Drop a comment with the one lever you'd pull first and why it beats the others.